Alright. Get back to it. Talk to Erenville. And head on over to, whatever is this place we're going to again? The long road to Dawntrail. Erenville is ready to set off. Ready to get underway? Of course I am. That's why I talked to you. And to present your travel pass to that guard, and let us be off. You won't have to wait long to enjoy sightseeing. The bridge to Dawntrail is a wonder in its own right. Go on, show your travel pass to the guard. This gate is barred to all save those with express permission from one of the Dawn servants. I just happen to have a thing right here that says I can go. Signed by Val Woklamot herself. My apologies, miss. If you would wait here just a moment. Is that how all the guards' armor looks? I don't remember it looking like that. That is a pretty big bridge, though.
Shall we then?
Off to the village of Bun Boys. I mean, what?
On the far side of that great bridge unfolded the wilds of Shaloni, where the sun guides in the Shitonatum.
Unfortunately, it's nighttime, so I can't get a good view on this.
A harsh guide, to be sure, with its blazing rays scorching the land and hardening its inhabitants. But sweeping change had come to the arid expanse when,
ooh, that's not good.
Beneath its red crust, vast deposits of
Yep.
ceruleum were discovered.
That's what I thought it was.
Embracing this opportunity, Vau Kona supporters hurtle on, driven by dreams of a future illuminated by blue flame. It is here that our journey continues, our path taking us along winding roads of steel, each length of track a declaration of hope and ambition.
Dawntrail, Zalonai. Loni. I forget how he pronounced it.
My home, Yasulani, lies past Shaloni.
Okay, so it's this
It will be a
zone,
long journey,
that
but the
zone,
railroad should make it easier.
and the other zone, which I think I know the name of, but I'm not gonna say it.
As for the way to the train station, let's ride these fellows, shall we?
Big baboon things? As long as they don't have red butts, we'll be good. Actually, that shouldn't make a difference. Well, what have we here? We get a whole lot of people traveling through here on their way to and from the city. Never a dull moment for me or the Ronique. I guess that's what these things are. The Roniques. Short on Ronique? Afraid so. If one will suffice, I've had a creature ready and waiting. But if you need two, then you'll have to wait. You got 3 here. What are you talking about? At least you had 3, but one of them disappeared. Oh yeah, there's the third one. Ronique have been acting strangely lately. More easily spooked and otherwise disagreeable. Picking out the few fit for Renton's proven bothersome work. I mean, I guess we could just walk. They're usually so docile, and the ones I saw earlier didn't appear to be unhealthy either. But much has changed since last I was here. Not the best start to our journey. And you can literally see the aetheryte. You can see 2 aetherytes way down there. And then there's one like a little bit off the screen. You can't see it because it's in the black area, black bars. Still, the train station isn't far. Seeing as we aren't in a hurry, let's go on foot. You might as well. Oh wait, I gotta start looking out for aether currents. About that, sir. As well-traveled as you look, it's not only the Ronique that have been giving us trouble. Other wildlife show signs of aggression too, and don't worry, I'm here. A merchant should be returning soon with one of our beasts. Stick around until they do, and I'll see you both, Ronique, for a safe trip, and don't worry about it, I'm here. You not see this katana on my waist? Your offer is most appreciated. It's like literally right there. What are you talking about, a long distance? But I don't think my friend here is particularly concerned about the wildlife. Actually, I may be a little concerned. Nah, but the Ronique Erenville, the Ronique! It's like the trolley. Whatever gets us where we're going faster. Even if you left now, waiting for the Ronique will be faster than walking, and safer besides. So you'll be back on the road before you know it, I promise. And there we have it. Right, change of plans. There's a small town nearby. We can pass the time there while waiting. Okay, I guess that's not the town we're heading for. Take your head into... Okay, how do you pronounce this? Hastawi. Husatawi. Husatawi then. I'll have a man bring the Ronique over there. Okay, that's why I was confused. I thought we were literally just heading to that closed aetheryte. Just mind yourselves around the drunkards and troublemakers, eh? Around? I might be one of them. Alright then, let's head on over to this town. I'll make sure to pick up the aetheryte. I don't want to accidentally forget it. Yeah, geez, 3 aetherites. It's a huge zone. Oh, there's an aether current right there. Let's go ahead and grab that before I get try and get the thing. I guess there are steps over here, right? Yeah. Hold on, Erenville, I want to grab the town first. The town? The aetherite first. And this aether current. I know for sure. I have forgotten it before. I know I said that on like the last 2 or 3 aetherites, but I have forgotten it before, and then I had to walk all the way back before I started the next video. All right, looks like we're in a wild western town. Is that what this is? This supposed to be like a new frontier that they just haven't explored that much? And we'll get I'm sure we'll get plenty of lore. Last time I was here, it was little more than a camp with a shop or 3.
Well, well. It's become a proper town.
Yeah, with its own aetherite and everything. It even has wanted posters.
Now hold on a minute.
They even got the southern accents.
Some sort of trouble.
Nice, some fun. So naturally, everyone comes out.
I'm talking to you, you old bastard.
Give me strength. For the last time, the investigation is closed. There's no refuting the evidence.
I don't give a shit about your evidence, you lying scum. You release my friends, or I'll make you wish you had.
Oh, are we doing Argentinian cowboys?
Let me remind you who the scum is here.
Oh, these accents are too American.
Your friends, who had the temerity to point their firearms at me, the deputy chief of the Dust Watch.
His voice doesn't match his character.
After taking them into custody, what should we discover but incontrovertible proof that they had committed larceny? They will not be released until they've paid for their crimes.
I'd heard the peacekeeping force had been formed to deal with growing lawlessness. Seems the situation is bad indeed.
Still can't get up a fuss, eh? Sounds like poor Zekua needs his bottle.
Sure he wouldn't prefer his mama's teat? Treat me like a child, will you? My friends haven't done anything wrong, damn it! They've been framed!
Oh, stubborn little runt.
I smell some corruption.
Listen here, Zekua. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you'd best comport yourself like one. That means respecting the rule of law.
Yeah, his voice just does not
Order
fit.
may be precarious here in Shaloni, but it can be had if each man does the right thing. And for those that don't, well, they have to answer to the Dust Watch. Now run along and think before you cast aspersions next time. Lest you hurt my feelings.
Fine! If that's how it's gonna be.
Yeah. I thought he was going, yeah, he's going to reach for it, but he's not going to do it.
I wouldn't if I were you.
Ah, Stinian, there he is. I was wondering where he'd been.
Is that?
I was kind of thinking like, okay, we saw him at the beginning.
There's a time to fight and a time to withdraw. For you, that's now.
What?
Hey! What are you doing, Zekua? You better not be stirring up trouble.
Wahute! You sack of Ronek shit! This ain't over! You hear me?
So, how much corruption is there in this?
You want to tell me what that was about?
Nothing that need concern you, sir. Zekua is simply struggling to come to terms with the low character of his friends.
Yeah, this guy's scum, and then the other cop
But
is the
for
good cop.
measure, I'll have the men keep an eye on him.
Yes, you do that.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go make my rounds.
He's even got the mustache. Also, hello, Stinian. Of course, he goes and hangs out with the cowboys. Of course he does.
I wasn't expecting to see your faces among the crowd. Talk is rife there's a new Dawn servant. Take it you found it then. The Golden City.
Aye, the contest is over. And as I needed to return home to Yasulani, I offered to show our friends some of Shak Tural. What brings you north?
He's a Stinian. Does he need a reason?
Nothing in particular. Just seeing what there is to see.
Also, how did he get through? Guess the Dawn Servant gave him permission. Going wherever the wind blows, eh? How very like you. Either one of those would fit.
Gulul Jaja compensated me rather generously for our duel. I'll be able to enjoy a comfortable life on the road for the foreseeable future. But for now, I shall be moving on. Oh, by the way, I recommend you try the Sabatender. They may not look it. They're surprisingly delicious.
What? Didn't think they were edible.
But we don't serve Sabotender here.
Oh no. Oh no, Estinian. Alright, Erenville, that was an interesting encounter. No sooner did we set out than we run into excitement. At least no one was hurt. The Dust Watch has their work cut out for them. For as long as I can remember, all disputes big or small were settled by dueling. That doesn't sound like a very good way. The people of Shaloni rarely saw eye to eye, and for better or worse, it was the simplest way to settle differences. Since most would sooner not risk their lives, though, it encouraged parties to pursue peaceful resolutions in a roundabout fashion. The Dusk Watch was likely established by supporters of Kuana, preferring peace be enforced through the formal rule of law. A reasonable stance, all things considered. If things ever got out of hand, the Landsguard would be forced to step in. What freedom they have now would be lost under Zoral Jaw's authority. All of which is to say, unless a lengthy stay in a jailhouse appeals to you, be mindful of how you handle your arms in town. I don't think anyone can stop me or Estinian. So, like, you know, I don't think we'll have to worry about this. Also, this is probably, the Long Road to Dawntrail is probably a reference to some Western. If they're going to make a bunch of Western references, I'm not going to get most of them unless it's an obvious one like Good, Bad, and the Ugly or something. Because Westerns just don't appeal to me that much. Also, I'm wondering if this is, like South American, Argentinian cowboy stuff, or if this is supposed to be moving. I guess we went north technically on the map, right? So maybe we're heading up more into like Latin America instead of South America. Anyway. We'll figure that out later. New etheric destination is available. Wait, did they just give it to you no matter what? Sky. Oh, the Sky Gate. Okay, yeah, never mind. That's something else. Anyway, let's go ahead and first let's take a quick look around. Oh, there's a new Triple Triad card. I'll do that eventually. Talk to Erenville and do the next quest. Actually, let me look at the quest. I'm going to do the next quest either way because I want to do a little bit more because like that first section we did is a good chunk. Let's see. Saddle it up. We're braced for trouble. Blowing smoke. Law of the land. On track. Okay. I think doing like these three in one would be good. I wish I could just like read these so I could pace myself a little bit better. Let's just go ahead and do another. Saddled up. Erenville would not dither around about for long. I should like to think the stableman has arrived with the Ronique now. I'll go on ahead to check. If you still want to have a look around, then be my guest. Come in to find us when you've had your fill. Are we gonna go around and question the locals or something? Or not. I guess we just gotta head straight on over there. I thought we were gonna try and have to resolve the conflict here, but I guess not yet. Because clearly there's something that we need to do in here, other than like we're not just gonna make a quick stop and then just keep going. Like that'd be so pointless. Now that I think on it, this is the first time I've traveled with only a single companion. It makes for fewer complications. The friend, I take it? Sorry to have kept you both waiting. Unruly wildlife's not the only source of recent distresses, I'm afraid. Also been a rise in robberies targeting merchants. As a result, we've got a lengthy list of folks wanting to use our Ronique. Which is why I have to ask you to stop by Chanchoise Springs. It's fine, of course, but why haven't the Dust Watch dealt with this banditry? Because they're part of it. They're being paid off. Kamaka and his fellow are doing what they can, but they reckon the bandits are operating as a gang. Rounding them all up is easier said than done. If anything of value, you'll want to take care. Man, they're really going for the whole cowboy aesthetic with this music and stuff too. Thank you for the warning. We'll be sure to stay vigilant. Don't worry, I'm here. Right then. If you're ready to set off, I'll see you on your way. Wait, are we going all the way over to this one? We're gonna go ahead and just like get a free ride through this whole thing and like not deal with any of this stuff? Ready? Then saddle up. Your friends seem to know the way, so I don't bother giving their directions. Mount the Renique and travel with Erenville? Yes. This is your first time, so let's take it slow. Take care not to let it toss you. Also, I should have checked for aether currents while we were there, but I don't think it's going to end up mattering. I continue to be struck by how much Solani has changed. That town we just visited wasn't even here several years ago. With few reliable opportunities to replenish water supplies, travelers turned to Nopalitides. Not just for the water in their stems, mind, their fruit is also said to be both nutritious and delicious. That rhymes. Does he mean like cactuses or something? See that hole there? Some might hope to find water there, but it's brimming. Okay. The eruption of flames from within for a spectacle. Yeah, those are just a little bit too short. The Wallachie, meanwhile, show. Oh, though, yeah, that's right. That's right. We read about this. This was in the Numenon. This is where blue magic originated. So this is where blue magic was created or discovered or whatever. Not sooner did we dismount than the next passengers are already on their way. They really are short on Renique. I think it's actually supposed to be neck, not neek. Now then. Let's make sure to get this Aether 8 too. This is Chanchoise Springs. Perhaps the busiest town here in Chaloni. People travel here from all over hoping to find their fortune. I guess this is supposed to be more like the gold rush in California. That would make a little bit more sense. Unless it's some combination of like Argentinian and Colombian cowboys and like Latin America and like I guess like all of that whole thing, like cowboys in general. The change come to Hushatawi. Husatawi. There's no it's not an SH there. Was surprising enough, but this is no less impressive. They've achieved a great deal in the 3 years I've been away. The station is on the eastern side of town, but there should still be time before the next train departs. If you don't mind, I'd like to pay a visit to an old friend of my mentor. Ayete is her name, and if she learned that I passed through without saying a word, she'd never let me hear the end of it. She set out from our village some 10 years ago, hoping to earn coin as she traveled about Tyrol. I can but assume she too came here seeking greater opportunities. In any case, let us see if we can find her. Her blue hair should make her easy to spot. Yes, because blue hair is like so uncommon in this game. Alright, let's go ahead and tune to the Aether 8 first, and then we'll look for Erenville's friend. Who has very unique blue hair. All right. Look around. We got the convenient orange circle. Also check for aether currents. Southeast. That's this way, right? Nope, that's that way. Let's see. I'm gonna try and get that first. It should be like right over here, right? Maybe it's at the top of that mesa. Oh, there it is. Close enough. That's a weird looking Sabatender. Alright, let's see if there's any other one near here. 178 northeast. That's actually pretty close too. I think we go ahead and grab that as well. It said northeast? Yeah, northeast. Yeah, that should be like right over here. I guess we're gonna go over here for the actual train, so maybe I should have not done that, but whatever. Again, it should be like right here. Just east. Okay, it should be like right over here. Oh, nope, nope, that's somebody crafting for some reason. Yep, there it is. Go ahead and grab this too. This looks like the actual train station, so yeah, so I probably could have put this off for a little bit longer, but I'm glad I got this done real quick. Oh, that's interesting. They have they actually have a turnaround here. Because they don't have double-headed trains, so they actually have to turn the train around to do this. Alright, there probably isn't anyone else closer. Yeah, southeast, I'm not going to do 200 yards. That's a little bit too much. That's going to end up being like all the way over here. Which I guess isn't that far from the actual town. Or from the other town, but we won't have to worry. We're not going to worry about that now. Try and find Erenville's friend. Oh, I see the convenient blue-haired person. I wonder if we can find Erenville around here. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Yes. I'm Ayati. And who might you be? Here's my friend. Could it be? Goodness, it is. Ellen Erenville, yes. Wrong name. A man grown. You were such a darling little thing as a child. You know, it's only been 3 years since we last spoke. Really? Only 3? I suppose it all starts to get hazy after a while, living as long as we do. Well, this is Iate. He's known my mentor since they were children. Nice to meet you. Man, the dust flinging stuff around is really distracting me. Or the air flinging dust around is really distracting me. Never thought I'd see the day when you travel with company. You really have grown, Ellen Shoppy. What's it supposed to mean? Ellen, what now? Is that what they call you here? Alright. I was born Ellen Shoppy. I adopted a new name when I became a gleaner, one that adheres to Eastern Viera conventions, so as to avoid drawing attention. Right, because he didn't want people to find out that he was from Tyrol. Given that this is a homecoming, it was only a matter of time before you found out. Nevertheless, I would appreciate if you would continue using my chosen name. I don't think all the fangirls would like changing your name. Or maybe they would. Anyway. A homecoming? You know, I've been thinking of paying the old stamping grounds a visit myself. It would be good to see Kahikua again. I don't remember how he pronounced the name, if we even heard it said. He's the finest archer I know. Ellen Chipa's mother and mentor. Every time I dropped by, she'd treat us to a veritable feast prepared with a fresh game she'd hunted herself. Now that I can get behind. Food? Sounds good to me. You're impressive with the bow too, Iate. Even among the Shitona. No, I couldn't compare to Kaisiuna. I don't know how I'm supposed to say this. But your skill at arms pales in comparison to her knowledge of nature. Ah, and that's why he became a cleaner. Okay. There we go. That's why that's why she's his mentor. That's what earned her place among Golo Jaja's traveling companions after all. Wait, what? Did we know this before? She was always the inquisitive sort, but her journey across Tyrol lit a fire in her. Even after Ellen Shipa was born, she often left him in my care so that she could embark on another expedition in search of the unknown. Oh, how you would cry and beg for her to take you along, and it must have been hard on you. Iate, please. What? We're all friends here, aren't we? No matter how many times he asked, the answer was always the same. You can come when you prove you're a true explorer. Thus did she task me with finding the City of Gold. Despite my best efforts, all paths led nowhere. I assumed it was a dreamer's fancy, a ploy to goad me into exploring the wider world. But it was real, and we found it. You found it? Yeah, we did. I'm the protagonist. As a part of the rite of succession, I assumed everyone had heard. It's amazing. Oh, she'll be thrilled. I don't think that's how it's going to be her reaction. And eager to bombard me with questions, no doubt. I can assume, I can see that happening. Well, we should be on our way. Thank you so much for stopping by. Give my best to do whatever. Help! I need help! What's this gonna be? What's that about? We'll investigate. Please wait here. And what's this gonna be about? Alright, let's go and talk to her real quick. Both of you be careful out there. I don't worry, I'm not the one that needs the warning. What's this gonna be about? No doubt, these are the infamous bandits, local bandits. Yeah, let's just go mug the old woman. Please, you have to help. I've been robbed. It's Namika, Wuklamot's nursemaid. Erenville, brilliant. Come any closer and we'll slit her throat from ear to ear. This is where being a ranged DPS would help. Good thing I got a gap closer. If you so much as nick her skin, you won't live to regret it. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Did you say this is Wuklamot's nursemaid? Maybe this ain't such a good idea. Take the goods to the boss. We'll deal with this. Yeah, you mean you're gonna die? Please, you have to give it back. Kind of weird that they give her that old lady voice and then they like just and then from the back she just looks like a normal here. I'm going after Namika. This slot I leave to you. I know where I can handle it. Cocky bastard. I'll hang him by their ears and feed the old woman to the dogs. No you won't. Like you said, you won't live to regret it. We can deal with them later. First, we need to put this one in the dirt. There's not the only unmarked grave. I'm gonna need 2 unmarked graves to deal with you two. Oh, well, you know, if I just don't stay up in the circle and I just go around, do I really have to face you guys? Press the wrong buttons. Of course I did. I always press the wrong buttons. Doesn't really matter though. They're just gonna die too quickly. Alright, let's head on over and see if we can get back whatever they took. See if there's an Aether current around here. Northwest. Well, I mean, we're heading west, so maybe I'll be able to get close enough to get that. Looks like we gotta head over to the very ominous looking shack. It's supposed to be like a church or something. Oh, apparently it's not inside. It must be out back. Yeah, there they are. And did you literally lose sight of her? No need to worry. She's fine. Thank you. I don't know what I would have done without you. The bandit managed to get away, but I have an idea as to where they're headed. You said they stole something from you? A bracelet. It was a parting gift from Wiclamont. I see. Close as you two were, I can only imagine how much it meant to you. But what brings you all this way? But the right of succession ended, and Wiclamont crowned the next Dawn servant. She is ready to stand on her own. I told her as much, and of my plans to return home to Yassulani. She gave me the bracelet that I might always remember our time together. For all the 2 years I have left in my life because I'm an old lady. It filled me with such joy. I wanted everyone to know, everyone to see this wonderful gift given to me by the vow of resolve, and now it's gone. I would have let them take every coin to my name, if only they had left me that bracelet. Guess we gotta go get that bracelet. I would ask what you intend to do, but I know that look. We're getting that bracelet back. I'll knock them senseless. It's what Wiclamont would want. We're gonna get that bracelet back, of course. Even if it means we miss the train. Please, you mustn't put yourself in harm's way for my sake. I think I'm not the one that's going to be in harm's way if we're facing down those bandits. I can assure you, no harm will come to us. Brilliant will make certain of that. I understand your methods can be brutal. That's an understatement. But it would be wise to show some restraint, lest you find yourself on the wrong side of the law. Well, I mean, I'm defeating bandits, so I guess they probably don't take well to vigilantism around here. Perhaps I should come as well, to be sure all proceeds as it should. I don't know what to say. I can see why Wiclamont put so much faith in you both. Before anything else, let's see her back to Shijikwezi Springs. She'll be safer in town, and with Iate there to keep an eye on her, we should have nothing to worry about. Thank you, both of you. Alright, let's head on back over to town. And I think I'll go ahead and just stop here, and then next time we'll go ahead and get the bracelet back, and then get on the train or whatever. Probably gonna need to talk to Iki or whatever her name is. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Yep, there she is. Iate, that's her name. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for you to get involved in this. A number of Yate's mining fellows are here as well. Namika is in good hands. Erenville told me what happened, and you needn't worry about Namika. If those bandits should find us, I'll kick up a fuss and see them driven off. That bracelet meant everything to her, and those bastards wouldn't care even if they knew. Makes me sick. But at least she's safe, and I know you'll set things right. Oh yeah, I will. In the next episode.